Well, good evening to all the creatures of the night out there. It's a beautiful Monday evening here in Pittsburgh, and it was a long work day, so I figured what better way to close out the evening than to have a brand new episode of the Cosmic Alliance of the Fist. So I think tonight what we are going to do is, starting this show, I've been going through my collection, and I've realized there's a lot of garbage in it, a lot of crap. So today I was going to count down my top 10 DVDs that I'm never going to watch ever again. I'm never going to put them in a Blu-ray player or a DVD player ever again. They're just collecting dust. So that being said, I've got 10 of them here. I'll do what I did the other day. We'll review them, take a look at the covers and the artwork on the disc, and I'll give my thoughts on it. Some of these movies I haven't even seen, so I can't guarantee. Some of them I'll have much to say. Most of them I've been able to watch, though, but there's some that I'm not even going to bother with. But I have a website that I have found, so we can go ahead and see if I want to get rid of these. Could I make a pretty penny for them? Maybe. We'll have to find out. But let's get started. So the first piece of garbage I have here tonight is a movie called The Gallows, and I've never actually watched it. I bought it at a used DVD store maybe in 2016, 2017, and just never got around to it. It didn't look very good, which you may say, sorry about the glare, still working on it. You may say, Adam, you love garbage movies, so why didn't you want to watch this one? And it's just too much of a campy teen horror movie for me, and I don't think it got very good reviews. I only paid $4 for it, so I don't see how I'm ever going to watch it. I could put it in and have a large amount of beer to try and get through it, but that could lead to alcoholism, and we don't want that. So just taking a look at it, let me read the back. In 1993, an accident results in the death of an actor during a high school play. 20 years later, a theater group at the same school resurrects the production to mark the tragedy. In an attempt to sabotage the play, three students... I give up already. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it. It sounds really dumb. If you've seen it and you enjoy it, I apologize. We all have our guilty pleasures, but I'm going to pass on this one. Not much on the inside, and the disc is relatively standard. Not much going on there. Pretty basic. Like I said before, I paid $4 for it, so it won't be too tough to let it go. With that being said, I got a website up here so we can see what the value is of The Gallows standard DVD release. Let's check it out from Warner Brothers Entertainment. Now, I can get $5.60 for this if I tried, sell it online. That seems to be the $5-6. So let's put that first number in, $5.60. And when I'm done with this, I'll add up all the totals from these unwanted DVDs and Blu-rays I have, and we'll see what I can get. But moving on. Next, we have a movie by the director David Cronenberg. Some of you might be familiar with him. He did The Fly and a lot of other, gross body horror movies from the 80s. He's done a lot, but I picked up a movie of his about 2 years ago called Crimes of the Future, and it sucked so bad. I hated it. I thought it was stupid. The plot didn't make any sense to me. There were some scenes that made me feel like I was going to be on some sort of watch list for watching this movie. And not only did it suck, it was just uncomfortable. So it's nice DVD. Like I said, I haven't touched it much. And here's the back, and I'll show you the disc in a second. But I thought it was garbage, and I'm entitled to that opinion. There may be a lot of fans out there who love it. I love David Cronenberg. The Fly, Scanners, and a ton of other good ones. A lot of dark fantasy movies. But this one I did not vibe with. So we'll take it out of the slipcover. Underneath the slipcover, it's pretty much the same. And then we'll open it up and take a look at the disc too. And it's from the company Neon, which they come out with some pretty good stuff. Basic Disc, Crimes of the Future. Not my favorite movie at all. On Letterboxd, I think I gave it, I think a half a star. And I was really excited for it too. But definitely not good in my opinion. So if you come across this movie, or if you've already seen it, I'm sorry, but you can skip it. Now, let's go on to the website and see what this is going for. Crimes of the Future. Looks like standard DVD. Actually, Blu-ray disc. $12? So I could possibly get $12 for this. I'd say that's $12 too much for that movie. So let's add that to the calculator here. It's $12, and so we want to be exact here. Know how much money we're getting for this garbage. Okay. So right now, for those two movies, if I really applied myself and sold them at the max value, I'm looking at $17.73. So let's move on to the next one. Now this is an excellent movie. I like this film a lot. I saw it when I was a kid and it scared the crap out of me. So I'm not too keen on having a copy of it around. And this disc is in pretty rough shape too. Signs. Mel Gibson. Sorry about the glare. We're working on it. Standard edition DVD, probably released in 2002. It's actually not standard. It is the Vista series, which I don't know what that means, but this is an absolutely terrifying alien movie. And if you've never seen it, give it a watch. You won't sleep at night. There's some scenes in this that they're not even that scary. It's just the whole element of it is kind of freaky, and it just happens to a normal family out in Pennsylvania, and it's an M. Night Shyamalan mama film, so there's a lot of twists and turns and abstract things going on, but it's definitely a good film. I paid $5 for this DVD. I think the family watched it for Halloween one year, and somebody picked it up for a few bucks just so we could have it. And I remember that it was skipping very badly, so I'm going to part with this and maybe find a Blu-ray copy of it because it is an excellent film. But like I said, I don't mind having it around because I don't want to be tempted to watch it because I need all the sleep I can get these days. I'm getting old. But let's see what this is going for now. Go back to our handy-dandy website. Signs. Vista Series Special Edition. That's what we have. $4. $4.25. Like I said, this disc is damaged, so I wouldn't expect to sell it at all. But let's, for the sake of argument, we'll put in $4.25 for the value of the Vista Series edition of Signs. Now we're up to $21. Next, here's another movie that, a lot of people have their thoughts on. The Expendables from, I think, 2009, maybe this came out. Sylvester Stallone. And, every other action movie that ever action star that ever existed. You got Jason Statham, Terry Crews, Jet Li, Randy Couture, Dolph Lundgren, Steve Austin, Mickey Rourke, and Bruce Willis. Bruce, we feel so bad for you right now. Hang in there, buddy. But a cool movie when you're like 13. I think I was 13 or 14 when it came out. I'm a big Jason Statham fan more than anything. So sorry, I'm tripping on my words tonight. It's been a long day. So this comes with special features before the battle, making of, audio commentary. Oh God, I hope it's not from the cast. Deleted scene, just a deleted scene. Nothing else. There's not deleted scenes, just one scene. Gag reel. That could basically be the whole movie. Widescreen presentation. Okay, so a standard DVD with some special features, released in 2010. Let's take a look at the disc. The artwork on the disc is pretty cool. pretty over the top, and you can tell it's like a Sylvester Stallone kind of Rambo style. I believe they made 4 of these movies. I have only seen 3 of them. I think it's all I could stomach after that. I have another friend who really likes them. We saw one of them. I think I've seen every one of them except the 4th one in theaters. And I think that's a blessing because I heard the 4th one was not good. I think Ronda Rousey was in it. I could be wrong about that. I don't want to accuse Ronda of being involved with that film if she wasn't in it. But on the DVD Price website is coming up as $4.50. So we can add that to the total right on here. So all these DVDs combined so far give me about $26.48. Not much money for all these. Now here's another pretty dumb one. I'm never going to watch. I'm a big wrestling fan, but collecting wrestling DVDs is not really that popular. I'm sure there's some people out there that like them. They're really cool, and they were really well done when they were a big thing. I think they just recently stopped making wrestling DVDs, depending on what subject you're looking for. But this one's called The Greatest Stars, the 90s, and I'll hold it up. Pretty self-explanatory what it's going to be. I wasn't a big wrestling fan in the 90s. Let me try and open this up so you can all see. But a lot of these WWE DVDs would come sort of like this. Expandable as such, and the discs were always really cool too. They always had a good fresh ink smell to them, so I did like finding some of them. Like I have a couple of the WrestleManias, but I'm not going to keep this. I don't really care. You know who the stars of the 90s were: Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels. So go on YouTube if you're curious about that. Let's see if we can find a price on this, because I'm never going to put it in my DVD player ever again. So, here it is. WWE Greatest Stars of the 90s. How much could I get for this? $10.76. So that's not too bad. I don't even remember where I got this. I think I stole it from a friend, or a friend gave it to me, maybe. Who knows? But let's add that to our total. Plus, was it $10 and 76 cents, correct. And that puts us up to $37. We can almost get $40 if we really apply ourselves and sell these DVDs at the max value, which that's a far cry. But we'll keep going here. We've got about 3 left. So let's look here and see. Now this one I'm gonna get rid of just because I bought it on a whim one day. It's called The Jungle with Daniel Radcliffe. I am not a Daniel Radcliffe fan at all. I like a few Harry Potter movies. I saw them when I was a kid. I really couldn't stand them as I got older, and I kind of grew out of it, and the other children didn't grow out of it, and then I got into college, and people still loved Harry Potter. Can't hate, because I still like wrestling, and I get it. We love things from our childhood, but I just never got into Harry Potter too much, and I was never a big Daniel Radcliffe fan, and people are obsessed with Emma Watson. I'm not a big Emma Watson fan either. I could care less. She's very boring to me. She's a boring person with a British accent. But hey, not hating. There's fans. That's just my opinion. But this is called The Jungle, and obviously, it's Daniel Radcliffe's attempt to get out of the Harry Potter spotlight, and maybe he tried. I've never heard of this movie. I'm assuming it's about Daniel Radcliffe in the jungle, but I would have to watch it based on a true story. So maybe Daniel Radcliffe was in the jungle. Maybe just got sick of Harry Potter and ran out in the jungle one day. I don't know. But it's a combo Blu-ray and DVD. Let's open it up. Take a look inside. Oh, wow, it's even got a safety latch. So it's even harder to get into. That's a sign. I shouldn't even try and open it. Oh, 2 discs. Yeah, that's right, because one's the DVD and one's the Blu-ray. Jungle Fever, right here with Daniel Radcliffe. But I'm never going to watch it because, like I said, it would take a lot for me to watch a Daniel Radcliffe movie and take it seriously. I've seen a few of them, and he was in some sort of Frankenstein movie 10 years ago. It was kind of iffy, but special features, The Making of Jungle. That's about it. So you get your money's worth with this DVD. But let's look and see what it's going for and how much I could sell it for. Jungle 2017. Blu-ray DVD combo. $16, really? This is worth $16? I don't know about that. Maybe should I keep it? I don't think so. But okay, well, let's add that to our total. If there's somebody out there who wants Jungle and wants to buy it for $16. $16.68. Can't forget that 68 cents. Now we're up to $53. That's pretty petty for some of these. If I really buckled down and sold them and put them on Amazon or some other website where I could sell DVDs and then ship them to somebody. All right, next we have season 1 of Boardwalk Empire, and I believe my wife and I bought this at a flea market when we first started living together back in 2016. And I think it was, as an HBO show, it was just a little much for her at the time because she likes sort of the Disney movies and Pixar and DreamWorks. That was kind of her speed. Easy films to watch. But Boardwalk Empire with the great Steve Buscemi, a show I never really got into. I think like I said, we tried to watch an episode or two, and too much violence and nudity for like an easy dinner time watch. So we kind of set it aside and never got to it. And I have HBO Max now. It's free with my phone plan. So I believe if I want to watch Boardwalk Empire in its entirety, I could just watch it on my phone or on my computer or on my smart TV here. So I'm not going to hang on to this because I don't have time to open up a DVD case and put in the DVD back and forth to watch, continuous episodes of an HBO show. So we will put it in the pile to get rid of. And let's see how much it's going for. Boardwalk Empire complete first season Blu-ray. That is not a Blu-ray, it is a DVD. So let's find the DVD. The genre is drama and special interest. It's special interest, all right. $16.22. Someone's selling it on deepdiscount.com for $26.26. DVD Empire is selling it for $57.99. Amazon, you can buy it used for $3.20. So, let's punch in $3.20 for the first season of Boardwalk Empire. And we're up to $57.12. Now, our final Blu-ray of this evening is, and this is still in the case. I'm not sure when my wife and I bought this. Oh, no, it's out of the case. We're good. I think that... No, we have one more after this. I have one more that must have just skipped past. Is it still in here? Where's it at? But we'll do this one first, and then we'll get to the one that I have. It's still in the case. So we have 2 left. Sorry about that. Finding Dory, the sequel to Finding Nemo. We saw this in theaters when it came out. I don't remember why we have the Blu-ray, especially because Disney Blu-rays are, back then when this came out, they're super expensive. So, and we didn't have any money back then, so I have no idea why we bought a Finding Dory DVD thinking we would get our value out of it. And maybe my wife watched it at one point while I was at work or something, but Finding Nemo came out when I was just a little tyke, and it was okay. It's a fun movie when you're a kid, and I think we saw Finding Dory when I got out of college, and same thing. It was just a fun movie. I've never watched it again after seeing it in theaters. So I have the Blu-ray and DVD digital combo here. I'm never gonna watch it. So it's time to let it go. It's been sitting on our shelf for a long time. So we'll toss it, and then we'll see what it's worth online though. Finding Dory Blu-ray DVD ultraviolet. Blu-ray, DVD, digital, $14. So you can get $14 for it. Not too bad. We'll add that to the total. And it's a pretty cool case on it. So, the typical Disney cover. They're real cool. It's got a slip case on it and everything. We can open it up inside. It's got 2 discs. And I don't think it's a reversible slipcover, so. But here's the digital copy, too, so wherever this goes next, someone has a free digital copy of Finding Dory. Because I don't think we're ever going to watch this. And our final one for this evening. And we didn't even take this out of the package, so I don't even know why we bought it. Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. Here's the slipcover. And then there's the back. Here's the actual DVD. I'm not going to open it just because let's protect the value of it, I guess. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but let's look. Special features on set with Chris. It's the only reason to watch this is Bryce Dallas Howard. The Kingdom Evolves, Birth of the Indoraptor, Rooftop Showdown. See, I've seen this movie, and I don't remember half of what they're talking about in these special features, but it wasn't a bad movie. These 3 Jurassic World movies with Chris Pratt are pretty good. Like I said, Bryce Dallas Howard's the best part of them, obviously. Good special effects. I haven't seen this in a couple of years, but we've never even opened this, so... And I'm sure it's on streaming wherever we want to watch it, probably on Peacock or something. So I don't know why we keep the DVD and the Blu-ray, but let's see what that's going for. Finding Dory. I can't even find it on here, so we'll just have to Google it. Jurassic World. Fallen Kingdom. Blu-ray combo. $8. I don't know what it would be factory sealed. So let's add that to our total plus $8. So for all of these DVDs and Blu-rays I just talked to you about, I could get a whopping $65.12. And in that day's money, it might buy you a nice dinner at Pizza Hut with some breadsticks and chicken bites. So not entirely a lot of money to be made from these. So, that being said, one of the goals of my channel here is the preservation of physical media. And I also care that people less fortunate than I am might be able to enjoy it somehow. So what I'm going to do, I just looked up a local library near me, probably about a half hour away from me, that accepts DVD donations and Blu-ray donations. So what's going to happen with these is I'm not going to sell these for any money. I am going to take these to my local library and donate them so that maybe there's a family out there who doesn't have streaming or the capabilities to watch things on television as easily, and get themselves a library card, and they can go and pick out a movie that's available. There's a lot of family movies here, and a lot of families can't afford that stuff. We're living in expensive times. So any sort of enjoyment people can get for free, I'm all for it. And then plus it benefits my cause to benefiting physical media, because if you put it in a library, it sounds like it'll stay a lot safer there and it won't wind up in a landfill. It'll be preserved. That's kind of what libraries do. They preserve mediums from the past. So I think that would be a great thing to do. My birthday is this weekend, so that would make me feel really good to donate something and to help others, because at the end of the day, that's why we're all here, is to help each other. So thank you for listening to me ramble tonight. I know it's been a long Monday, but I figured doing this would help me feel a little bit better this evening. It's getting pretty hot here in Pittsburgh again. The temperatures are cooking back up, but it's still a beautiful summer night, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. If you watch this to the end, I don't know why, but thank you. I appreciate it. And donate to your local library if you can. If you got any Blu-rays or DVDs that are sitting around, take them to the library, get rid of them at no cost to you. That way someone can enjoy them for free. and they don't wind up collecting dust or in a landfill. Thanks again, guys, and have a good night.